hasn't it? So with that in mind, we better warm up. Make sure today, yogis, you'll need your weights or a couple of cans, remember, from the kitchen cupboard. Just check that they're both 400 grams, just look on the back. Using your own weights or no weights if you wish not to. And today we're going to have, we'll do a nice little neck session, a massage into the neck and shoulders, just to relax here. If some of you are going to be cooking for guests out in the garden and the weekend may be a bit stressful, or just the fact that it's going to get colder. I looked at the forecast and someone said there may be snow on Monday, so crazy temperatures. And that in mind, we're going to loosen up those areas that get cold and tight, specifically upper body, but also lower half as well. So grab yourself a little hand towel and we will do some of those nice neck exercises just to loosen this clavicle and shoulder area a bit later on. Okay, and then your sweet selves. Make sure you've got some water, yogis. Stay hydrated, and always just thinking layers are better, and that way if you get warm you can gently peel them off. A chair without legs again, without legs, without wheels rather. Definitely need legs, but without wheels, and no, ideally armrests. Something like this, so just a kitchen chair or a sturdy chair without armrests, so that you can move and stretch with ease. And of course, making sure you're on a non-slip surface. And I say that because every week we get new people, and welcome. So if you're not sure what to get, those are the things you need. A couple of cans or weights and a hand towel. And we're ready to go. We're going to finish at 12:33. We had a couple of minutes there just while we were logging on. So we'll aim to finish the session at 12:33 so you get your full hour of chair yoga. Okay, without further ado, we'll start. So let's hold a mudra today. I thought it may be quite nice. This is called the basket of promises, and it's an open receptive gesture that's rather nice to hold in your hand. So all we do is we have the left palm down, facing uppermost, the right palm on top of the left, and the thumbs come together. And this gesture is one of openness, promise, springtime, happiness, and looking forward into the future. And it's also said to be the gesture of contemplation. So deities like Buddha and Ganesh, you may have seen with their hands in this sort of posture on sort of statues or, paintings, etc. So it's often known as the gesture of contemplation. Left palm is underneath right, thumbs touching. And it's rather nice to do for Easter as well, that gesture of openness and springtime. And of course, being receptive to all that life has to offer us. So we sit tall, feet hip width apart, relaxing the shoulders. And one can close one's eyes or keep them open, entirely up to you. Soft, steady gaze if you are looking ahead. And then we're going to focus for a minute or two on the breathing as a way of opening up this practice. And we'll also do this at the end of the practice to close down the practice as well. So eyes open or closed, mouth open or closed, but ideally, if you can, breathe through the nostrils or through slightly parted lips. And all we're going to do, yogis, is take 5 slow breaths. And every time you breathe in, I want you to envisage taking energy in the form of light into your body as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, just releasing any unspent energy out of the body through the legs and out through the soles of the feet. So we inhale through the nostrils, take the energy down the throat and into the lungs, and from there it seeps into the body to permeate and energize the whole body. And when you're ready to exhale, I want you to visualize or imagine the energy moving out of the body through the legs, down and out through the soles of the feet, so that it can be recycled. It can be recycled into the earth for another human being. I do like this gesture, one of taking some energy, but equally giving back. 3 slow breaths, yogis. We breathe in light, through nostrils, down the throat, down into the body. Breathing out any old used up energy out through the legs and visualizing it going out through the very soles of the feet back into the earth to be recycled. Now just take 1 or 2 more deep breaths in that manner if you can. Letting your awareness just for a moment rest on your breath. Let's take another deep breath in and out together. Breathing in fresh white energy. Breathing out any unspent, used energy. When you're ready, let's open the eyes together if they were closed and release the hands from the mudra. And relax here, just take a resting breath. And let's start with the upper body and let's just gently shake out. Let's start to move gently into the upper body now. And we'll do a nice little meditation with our breathing at the end as well to close the practice. So just start to, with limp wrists, just shake it out, yogis. That's it. It's a cold morning, isn't it? It's such a difference in temperature. Our body's probably feeling a little bit confused by that. So let's warm and energize gently. And then take the arms shoulder height with the palms facing down. We'll make a loose fist as we breathe in, breathing out and opening. And 5 of those. Inhale, exhale, breathing in, gently open and stretch the fingers. In fact, do 3 more for me if you can. Inhale and exhale, breathing in, breathing out. Lovely. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. And again, just gently shaking it out. Anytime you're on the computer, this is worth doing for a few minutes before and after you've used it, if you're going to spend long periods of time at your keyboard. Open and close them, and again, shake them out. And then just make a fist, a loose fist again, with your right hand, bring it to shoulder height. Start to just untie the knots in the wrist joint. About 10 of those if you can, nice and slowly, in one direction. Doesn't matter if you start clockwise or counterclockwise, we'll aim to do both. And then 10 in the opposite direction slowly. Keep the breath relaxed. Excellent, lovely. About 10 of those slowly in your own time. Just moving the wrist and hand if you can. And then switch sides, left side, arm at shoulder height. 10 of those. Doesn't take long to do, does it? But a great way again to untie the knots. Major joints, yogis, we just work on the major joints, but as we start to move and stretch, we'll be opening the minor joints as well. And then 10 in the opposite direction. Take a moment to sit tall. Make sure again that your breath is relaxed through the nose or the mouth, but do make sure you're breathing evenly. And then relax. We try both together. 2 loose fists now at shoulder height. Just bring them in towards one another. 5 of those nice and slowly. And 5 in the opposite direction, untying the knots. Now, who's awake this morning? We'll find out, won't we? Let's begin to move one in one direction slowly, as I'm doing, and the other wrist in the opposite direction. Little brain and wrist room here. We might try this with the feet later, but for now, just have a go. Trust me, it is not a test, but just have a go. And then pause. Let's go in the opposite direction. One wrist in one direction and the other in the opposite direction. And again, just a great way to communicate with your wrists. And then pause and gently shake it out again. Let the wrist be relaxed, just open and close the fingers. Anything the way you're moving like this will energize those joints and also lubricate them, remember. Okay, so we've done some wrist work. Let's move into the arm. This is going to work the elbow and the joint and firm as well before we use our cans. So I just want you to push against 2 imaginary pillars at shoulder height. Aim to have the fingers pointing as far upwards as you can. Feel the stretch in the wrist. And then exhale. Now go forwards and do the same. Breathing in as you push, breathing out. And we just continue for 10. 1 and 2 and 3. That's it. Keep pushing. Use the sort of stretch to work the fingers and the wrist, and also open into the elbow joint here, firming the arms. That's it. Let's do 5 more. 1 and 2. Good. And 3 and 4, and once more out to the side and forwards for 5. Fantastic. And release. You may feel that here in the carpal tunnel and wrist joint. And shake it out. Brilliant. Well, I'd like us to do a little bit more in the wrist joint. So let's take the arms away from the body. And I want you to envisage turning 2 door handles. First forwards and then back. And we do 10. Keep the arms straight if you can to firm the arm muscles as well. Here we go. 1 and 2. Keep breathing. 3. Turning the door handles. 4 and 5. A small movement, but really intricate because it works the wrist joint beautifully and opens the elbow. We must have done 7. And 8, let's do 2 more. And 9, good. Last one for 10. Relax, roll the shoulders back. Fantastic. Roll them forwards. We'll go straight into the shoulder joints. How are they feeling today? We're going to spend a little more time here in the neck and shoulders so these areas are open, energized, and also when we come to do our standing work, the chest is nice and open and the neck feels free. This is the area often we feel very tight. So let's gently just roll the shoulders back about 8 times. It's worth taking time to do that slowly. Take a moment to sit tall, feet hip width apart. Breathing is relaxed. Good. And about between 6 and 8 again forwards. There's 2 and 3. Go slowly. Crunching, gritting, if we get that is fine, as long as there isn't discomfort there. If you're in pain, please stop. I'm going to do one more with you. Now it's cold, so how about warming and energizing the area? We're going to inhale, shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, and then we're going to open the mouth and spill the air out like this. Ha! So it's a ha sound. So we're removing any stagnant air also in the lungs. So internally, this is pretty good for the lung capacity. And we tend to forget that. I'd like you to try 10 with me. We've done 1, so 9. Breathing in through the nose, shrugging. Expel the air and drop the shoulders. Ha! Good. Let's keep going. Ha! 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 5 more. Ha! Stop if you need to. Ha! Ha! 2 more. Ha! Last one. Ha! Fantastic. Now shrug 1 up, 1 down, and we'll do 10. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Breathe normally. 6 and 7 and 8. Good. And 9 and 10. Now roll those shoulders back. Notice if it feels a bit more spacious there. And forwards, just a few times, remember, just noticing any sensations after each exercise. And then just grab your hand towel for me and fold it lengthways so it's more tubular. Okay, there we go. A long sausage, and take that round the back of your neck. And this is great if you've got a few, again, if you've got a delicate or vulnerable neck, these can be done gently with the towel, and they're probably safer to do with them without the towel. So hold on to the towel for me and just drop. What we'll do is hold on to the towel with the left hand and just drop your right ear to your right shoulder. You may even be able to go a little further because you've got the padding. And then very gently just bring the head up. Hold on to the towel with your right hand and drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Pull a little bit on the towel to exert the stretch if comfortable, but if it isn't, just hold and breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. That's lovely. Bring the head set just back to the centre. We'll have a go on the other side now. So this time, hold on to the towel with your right hand as you drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Make a fist with the left hand and take it away and push that fist down towards the floor. Now that stretches a little bit more into the left side of taking the left hand away, made a loose fist, dropping right ear to right shoulder, holding onto the towel with the right hand. Hold for 2 breaths. Give yourself a chance just to feel the stretch. Again, if there is discomfort, by all means stop and even skip these poses if you prefer. Breathing in, breathing out. That's lovely. Let's come back to the centre, relax. Left ear to left shoulder, so we hold on to the towel with the left hand. We're going to make a loose fist with the right hand, take it slightly away, and point the fingers. So you've made a loose fist, you want to sort of push the fist down towards the earth. And you can take it further up and accentuate the stretch. And I again would love you to hold that for 2 deep breaths. Give yourself time to feel the effects of the stretch and just hold on a little longer to deepen the stretch if you can. Breathing in, breathing out. Lovely. And we come back slowly. Now with the towel here, we're just going to do those little circles. So we're going to inhale, shrug up and back. And it's similar to what you did, but now you've got padding here. Okay, so shrugging up back and down. 4 of those. Up, back and down. This is like giving yourself a massage. And what you could do, yogis, as well, is warm the towel up before. You know, just warming up on the radiator for a really lovely experience. So something maybe to do if you can. Up, back and down, or even put the iron over the towel so it's warm when you do this. Up, back and down, that's it. Let's go forwards, that's it. Little self-massage, just little rotations, looking forwards, using that softness of the towel to give your neck a lovely hug, and then relax. Okay, well, let's turn the head carefully now to the left. We're going to breathe in, and as we come down, it's as if we're making a smile with the chin and nose, drawing it all the way until we get to the right. We're going to breathe in again, come down, and exhale. Now make sure you sit tall for this one, keep the spine erect. Breathing in again, draw a smile all the way with the chin and nose. Exhale to the other side. Should we try that once more if you can? Breathing in, down we go. And exhale to the other side. Coming back to the centre. Lovely. And finally, let's do a stretch for the back of the neck. Now again, take care. If there is any dizziness while you're doing this, I often say it, but do just skip it. It's always advisable to have had a little bit to eat before yoga, even chair yoga, okay? So just take care. And if there is any dizziness, just leave it, leave pose out. I'm going to hold on to the towel with both hands. It feels rather snug now. And I'm going to breathe in and just drop the chin to the chest. And then what I can do is just pull gently on the sides and drop the shoulders and hold for several seconds. And as you exhale, just start to return the head back to the central position. Okay, so we only hold our breath for 1 or 2 seconds. Hold a bit longer if you wish to, maybe for a count of 4. But again, just take care. We're going to do that twice more. Breathing in, chin to chest, drop the shoulders and pull very, very gently on your towel if you wish to. Relax the shoulders, feel the stretch all the way down to the low back. Use the exhalation to carefully bring the head back to the centre and relax. We'll do one more if you wish to, but again, skip this if you prefer. Here we go, last time, breathing in, chin to chest, a little tug, just a little tug on each side or end of the towel. Drop the shoulders, be aware of that deep stretch. And use the next exhale to slowly return the head back to the central position and relax. Lovely. Now I've got some more exercises here that I want to do for the neck, but just for now, take that off. Roll the shoulders back. It's always useful to notice if you've created a little more space here. I certainly feel slightly more open here, and I hope you do too, but don't worry if you don't. Keep rolling the shoulders forwards and back, and just notice any sensations here. And the next exercise, you're going to take that towel up and take it over the head, okay? And we're going to hold that and just take the towel slightly back, working those shoulders and arms again. Let's breathe in and breathe out and bring it back in alignment with the chest. We do that 3 times. Inhale, taking the towel up. Each time, take it a little further back. Don't worry if the arms aren't straight. This is great for the dog walkers in the room to do, remember, with the lead, not the dog on it. And exhale, coming back. That's it. One more, really opens the shoulders. Take it as far back as you comfortably can. Notice that you're really opening into shoulder and upper arm. Really getting a stretch there. Well done. Exhale, coming back. We're going to do one more. We are. It's Easter. Ready? Here we go. Breathing in. I've got my Easter egg on top of the fridge. I'm going to say it's a nice Lindor one. Treated myself, or my son did. So I hope you get to have a little bit of chocolate or something nice over Easter as well. And you're going to earn it, yogis, because we're going to move into the next pose. Well done. Relax down. Shake it out. Okay, we haven't finished because this is brilliant. And there's some other exercises we're now going to do in specifically the upper body. Don't worry about the lower half. We will move into that in a few minutes. But just while we're here, and this area is warm and limber, we're going to take advantage of it being warm and open. So come forwards on your chair, keep your feet hip width apart, a little wider. Take your towel behind you with your right hand and hold on to the back with the left. Can you see that, yogis? And what we do, we use it like a stick. In India, the yogis would use a bamboo stick, a small bamboo stick, and pull on this to open this diagonal stretch from right elbow across the body to the left elbow. Keep looking forwards and hold for 2 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Yes, that upper body is going to be so open, so energized. A flood of warmth can often be felt. So notice if you're starting to feel warmer or even just hotter. Sometimes we can feel the energy through the body. Hold and release. Lovely. Let's switch sides. But before you do that, roll the shoulders back. Notice if they feel a bit more open and forwards. This is great when we're on that keyboard. Many people I see just have so little range of motion here throughout the years of maybe sitting at a desk. If you've ever been a teacher and done a lot of marking or drawing on a board, again, this area can get tight. So what we're doing is untying the knots. So with the left hand, let's take hold of it with the left hand. And now the right hand. Let me just show you from the back. So you've got an idea, just pulling very gently on that to create a little bit of tension with care. Again, keep the top elbow open and the bottom. It's a diagonal stretch. So again, unfamiliar territory. It's not something we do often, but a great stretch for chest, shoulders, elbows and arms. 2 deep breaths here. And as you sit tall, just notice if the left and right feel physically different in your body, yogis. So often they do. Should we have another deep breath? Let's go for it. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. And release. Wonderful. Now, again, let's roll those shoulders back. Perhaps it feels a little less tight there. And forwards. And we've got one more lovely deep exercise to do whilst we're here. So take the towel, if you can, above you. And just gently take it to your right. Looking forwards. Feel that gentle stretch in the left rib cage. Breathing in, breathing out, come back to center. Inhale, gently take it over to the left. Breathing in, breathing out. We do that twice more. So sitting back, feet apart. Inhale again. Aim to keep the arms as straight as you can. Just that gentle stretch in the left rib cage, sorry. Exhale, we come back. Inhale, now we tip to our left. And again, appreciate the stretch in the right rib cage. So it's just all upper body work today. Of course, we're going into the lower half in a minute. But for now, be in the upper body. Nice deep breath again. Perhaps going a little further over to the right if you can with care. Exhale back. Good. Once more to the left. Inhale. Hold that for a few seconds. And exhale, return to center. Well done. Release. Arms are working hard. For the last time, roll the shoulders back. Relax the hands on the lap and forwards. And notice if this area feels less tight. What you've done is untie the knots there and then shake it out. And open and close the fingers. And then just sit back. Let's take, because the towel we're going to use for the lower half in a minute. Just sit back for a moment for me, yogis. And just take a couple of resting breaths. Take your awareness to the upper body. Notice if it feels warmer. Does it naturally feel more open or just warmer and looser? And then compare that to the lower half. And I have to say that my lower half is quite cold, certainly my feet compared to my fingers, and almost sort of lifeless. Yeah? So just notice if the upper body feels more open, more alive than the lower half. And just know that that simply is yoga. It's fabulous. Grab some water if you need to. I'm going to have a quick sip and we'll move into the lower half. Okay, so we're introducing all sorts of poses today as well, not just the major joint work. We're utilising the fact we've got the towel and a little bit more into the lower half as we did the upper half, okay? So just mixing things up today a bit, which is nice for variety. So with our feet now, you're going to scrunch them up when you're ready and flick them away. And as you flick away, notice I've lifted them, spread them and relax them. 5 more. Scrunch them up first, lift them, give them a wiggle, a stretch, fan them apart, place them down. Go to a little bit more work there. Scrunching up, lift them, open them, wiggle them, and fan them apart as you take them down. 3 more. Scrunching, lifting the toes, wiggle, wiggle, stretch and open them, fan them apart. 2 more. Wiggle, wiggle, and release. Good. Scrunching them up gently to avoid cramp. Open them, wiggle them, stretch them, and as if you could create a little space between each one. So great and so good for our toes. And then relax them. Just raise the right foot for me and flex it backwards and forwards 10 times. That's 1 and 2. Want us to work quite a bit on the feet. And 3 and 4 and 5. Keep noticing upper body may still feel warm and open. And 6 and 7. Good. And 8 and 9 and 10. Lovely. Now start to untie the knots in the ankle 10 times. Sounds a lot, but it goes quite quickly. I want you to take care of your feet and ankles. You might be doing a lot of walking this weekend as well. Out and about with friends a little more. And then up to 10 in the opposite direction. But avoiding the snow on Monday. Crazy weather. But again, reminding us that it is only just April. So again, 10 of those in both directions and release the foot. Just raise the left foot now, 10 flexions, so 1 and 2 and 3. Keep the breath relaxed, the spine tall. Coming up to number 5 and 6 and 7. Does it feel different to the other side? And 8 and 9. 1 more for 10. Good. 10 little rotations in one direction. There's 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8, 9 and 10. Fantastic. 10 in the opposite direction. Again, doesn't take long, but this is a great investment for good ankles, for keeping the ankles strong. This is going to help your posture, your balance, and your walking, okay? So keeping you upright and safe. And then release. Good. Ankles do take an awful lot of body weight. So structurally, they're pretty delicate pieces of kit. So it's worth taking the time to just work on them a little more. So let's raise both legs. Doesn't have to be high for this one, yogis. And just start to make those big rotations like you did with your wrists. Feet coming in towards one another. Just about 5 of those. And then 5 as they move away from one another. And this works a little bit into the ankle and thigh as well, so the whole leg's being utilised. And then pause and just flex 1 forwards and 1 back. And we'll do 5. There's 2 and 3, alternate sides, and 4 and 5. Just getting us used to working with our feet from the brain. Okay, so now we're going to move 1 in one direction. We start that off gently, and the other one in the opposite direction. And again, sometimes we think, is this happening or isn't it? I think I'm going to try the other side as well. Again, it doesn't matter if it's not happening. It's about communicating and having a go. Brain working with feet all the way down into that superhighway. And then pause. And lastly, let's do a little side stretch like wiper blades on the car. Separating the feet just gently from side to side. If it doesn't hurt the hip, then gently do this. If you get pain in the hip, then do stop. And then release down. And just start to march on the spot so that the bottom of the foot, the sole of the foot, doesn't get too chilly. And we'll do that for 10 seconds. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Well done. So it's just warming and keeping the foot energized. Let's move into the knee dip now. What I'd like you to do is just have a go with the towel today for something different. Again, rolling it into a sort of tubular shape, lengthways. And then taking that underneath the foot and underneath the thigh even, the right thigh, okay? Underneath the right thigh. And you're going to raise that and very gently just start to make some circles, quite big circles. This utilises knee, but more of ankle. So some small circles if it's too much, or some wider circles. And just 5 of those in both directions. And you're holding onto the towel, which is giving you all the support you need. And then release. We're going to stay doing some more exercises here. So this time, holding on with both hands, let's draw that in and straighten. And we do 6 of those. We're going to inhale, draw the knee in, supported by the towel on both sides. Exhale and straighten. Do sit back in the chair. Let the back of the chair support the spine. Breathing in as you kneel. Exhale. Good. So looking forwards, 3 more. Inhale. Flex the feet as you stretch them. And 5. Good. And 6. Lovely. Now we haven't finished. The last exercise on the right, for now, is to just take that leg out to the side and holding on, just make some little circles. Got the creakiest chair today. Just little circles with the whole of the right leg to start to open into my inner hip. Just a few in both directions, if that's comfortable. That's it, little circles. That's probably enough. Well done. Bring it in. Bend that knee and release. And the final exercise that we're going to do, just on the right, is coming forwards, bending the knee and bringing the right ankle to rest on the left thigh. Now, if your feet are still cold, remember all this work just on the right, we'll move into the left side in a moment. Start to rub the hands together. If you've got some foot oil, grab that now. Generate as much heat there as you can. Just a little exercise for the feet. And start to stroke upwards. Remember, we used to do this last year. Gosh, we've been doing this for over a year now. Hard to believe, but it's great to revisit some of those exercises. And this one is just warming and energizing the foot. I'm going all the way up towards the heart center, stroking the foot. That's it. Lovely. I'm just doing that several times just to warm the foot up. And then this exercise is really about the knee and the hip. So holding onto the foot carefully, right hand on right knee, sit tall. And as best you can, you're going to start to hinge forwards from your hips, remember. Okay? Hinging forwards from the hips, relaxing the shoulders. We've created the space there, so keep them relaxed, away from the ears. And find a focal point along the floor ahead of the body. And we'll take three slow breaths here. We're going to inhale. Exhale, fold forwards, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, folding forwards. Gaze along the floor and relax. And when you're ready, we're going to come up slowly back and very gently hug the knee in and carefully stretch it out and release. Well done. There's a lot of work there. So as you sit back for a moment, just notice left and right. Notice if the colour of the right foot has changed or feels warmer, and any other sensations in that right side. Comparing it to the left without judgment, just comparing. But noticing one side can often feel warmer, having had that stretch, and one hasn't. So just relax, take a deep breath, and just observe the physical differences in left and right. See if you can observe anything there. Good. Okay, nicely done. So now we need to obviously do all of those lovely stretches so that the left side can feel as luscious and as warm and energized as the right. So when you're ready, we've flexed the foot, of course, or have we? We've done the scrunching. We need to raise the foot. Just start. I think we've done that, haven't we? We've done the flexion. We've done the opening up. That's right. So now what we need to do is take the towel, yes, the towel, underneath, okay? So again, just make sure the foot may feel colder, of course. It may just, you notice the differences as you do this, the right side now and left side catching up. So underneath, we're holding on to the towel and we're drawing it in if we can, and we're going to make those circles, okay? We're just going to start. Now these circles can be small, more in the hip. You may feel this or the knee, but it's really ankle work as well. And a few of those in the opposite direction, okay? Just very gently, okay? And then just release very gently. And we'll move straight into the next exercise. So again, holding onto the side, We're going to inhale nose to knee, exhale and straighten. And we do 6 of those, okay? Breathing in, nose to knee, exhale and straighten. And you may find again one side easier than the other. Nose to knee, exhale and straighten. If you don't want to bring the nose to the knee, which we didn't do on the other side, you can just do this. But it's quite nice to get the stretch. 3 of those, or 2 more now, and 1 more for 6. And again, just noticing physically if one side feels easier, and then release. Okay, give yourself a moment, because then we're going to hold on to it with the left hand, and we're going to take the leg out to the side. We've opened up into the knee and foot on both sides, but now we're working into the inner groin a little bit. And I'm running out of space. There we go, you can see. And holding on to that, making some small circles with the whole entire leg. Just a little bit of an opening into the groin, into the inner thigh, but working the whole leg. Supported by your towel, a few circles in the opposite direction if you can. Keep them small. And it's quite hard to keep the spine tall, but as best you can, keep the spine tall. Lovely. And then bring the leg carefully in and release. And just take the towel, we may use that a little bit later. We're going to do the opening now in the knee and hips. So we're going to bend the left knee, bring it across to rest on the right thigh if you can. And if that foot's getting cold, which it might do, rub the hands together one more time. Let's generate a little bit of love and warmth. Even if you've got socks on, you can do this, but best with bare feet. Stroking up towards the heart to improve circulation, but also just to keep the foot warm and energized. And best to do with some foot balm, some lotion if you've got a nice oil that you use for your body, that's quite nice to use as well. It's comfort and touch, communicating with our body. And then release, let's hold on to the foot, left hand on left knee, and remember yogis, the action coming from the hips. We're going to inhale, exhale, fold forwards. You may not feel tighter on this side, but just drop the shoulders, find your point of focus, a little spot ahead of the body on the floor, and 3 deep breaths from now. Every time we inhale, we take in energy, remember. Exhale, we release and fold a little further forwards into the stretch if we can. Breathing in, sinking and folding a little further forwards from our hips, only if that's comfortable. And again, breathing in and exhale here. Good work. Take another breath here if comfortable, but if not, start to just raise the body back up to sitting. Nice and slowly. Well done. Nicely done, yogis. Let's hug the knee in and release carefully back to the floor. Well done. And honestly, that is so great, although I know it is strong, for hip and knee. So well done. Let's come forward. Let's bring the feet together. Hold on to the sides of the chair and just open and close the knees. Just again, a little opening in the pelvic region and hip, but we've not been too much. That's it. And then reverse that by keeping the knees together now, but take the feet apart and open and close the knees again, reversing that movement. And again, just go really slow if you're tired, or speed it up if you feel you've got the energy. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out here. Fantastic. And then sit back for me and just shake out arms and legs. Notice if you feel warmer and more energized. Roll the shoulders back. Grab some water. Let's check our time. Brilliant. Okay, we've got about 20 minutes, so lots of time. And we'll do about 5 minutes with our cans now, quite intense. We've spent a little longer on the front of the body, the back of the body, the upper and the lower half. But what we've done is really incorporated some lovely stretches there. But I want us now to just move up a tempo. Now remember, if you're tired, go at your pace. Slow this down. If you don't want to use cans or weights, then just make 2 loose fists, okay? And use those instead. The cans are an option. But again, just take care. Well, let's sit with the feet hip width apart. I would recommend coming forwards on your chair, so you've got a little space between you and the back of the chair for when you're going to swing your arms. Let's start to march on the spot. Let's not waste any time. We've got about 20 minutes and we're going to start marching on the spot. That's good. Okay. Raise those knees as high as you can. What I do want you to do is stay warm. And we're going to march with the cans as well. So grip them with care and just start to march. Take it wide. Let's see if we can go for a minute. That's it. And bring them in. Now just take care that you're gripping cans or weights with care. Okay, you don't want to drop those on the feet. Go wide again. Sit tall. Make sure the breath is relaxed and even. Don't hold the breath, yogis. And bring the legs in. Let's keep going. About another half a minute if we can. Wide. That's it. Get a little faster or slow it down if you need to. And bring the legs in. Let's go for the last 10 seconds. Wide again. 10, 9, 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And narrow march for 10, and 9, 8, and 7, 6, and 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. I clanked them together there. So again, take care. Well done. Sit back. Take a deep breath in. Ooh, deep breath out. Isn't it great? Just now the body's nice and energized. We can move on. I'm going to do some work across the body. So holding the cans with care, I want you to raise the right arm up and the left leg at the same time, and then release. Then raise the left arm and the right leg, alternate arm and leg, and release. And we're going to go for a minute. So again, you can stop at any point. Take a deep breath in and out before we begin. That's it. Remind yourself to breathe. And let's go. We start with the right arm raised and the left leg. So here we go. 1 and 2. Good. We start slow. We can build it up in a moment. And 4. And keep going. Left arm and right leg, or left arm, should I say, and right leg, then right arm and left leg. Alternate sides. Looking forwards, keeping the head and neck nice and still, and using the breath wisely. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. And go for another 20 seconds. 1. Good. And 2. And 3. That's great. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. Lovely. And 8. And 9. That's brilliant. And 10. Come to stillness. Now we're going to go out to the side. We're going to raise right leg, take the arms out to the side, come in, and raise the left leg, take the arms to shoulder height, and come in. Let's go. After 3. 1, 2, 3. Right leg, and release. Left leg, and release. Just keep going. 1, and 2, and 3. Fantastic. And 4. And 5. We'll go up to 10 if we can. And 6. Lovely. And 7. Flex the feet. And 8. Good. And 9. And 10. And release. Take a deep breath in. Relax the shoulders. Deep breath out. Whether you're working with cans or not, take a break if you need to. And then we're going to carry on. We're going to start marching again on the spot. And this time the cans are going to go 1 up, 1 down. 1 up, 1 down. Join me when you can. Here we go. So let's get those legs up again. And here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Be careful. 5 and 6 and breathing. 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. 10 more. 1 and 2 and 3. Slow it down if you need to for 4. 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. And keep marching, but relax the arms. Take a deep breath in. Now we're going to go out to the side. 1 and 2 and 3. Keep marching. And 4. Breathing is good. And 5 and 6. Nice and smooth. And 7. Good. And 8. And 9. You're doing well. And 10. Now both together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. This is number 10. I'm going to now go out to the side for 1 and up for 2 and 3 and 4. Slow it down if you need to. And 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. You're doing well. 9 and 10. And 10 more if you want. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Keep breathing. And 5. Good. And 6. Almost there, yogis. And 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Well done. Come to stillness. Put those hands down. Give yourself a round of applause. Shake it out. You did really well. Make sure you sit back. Roll the shoulders back and forwards. Take a resting breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Notice the heart rate and the rate of the breath has increased. Well done. Now we've got time to have a little look. Loads of time. We've got at least 13, 14 minutes. So let's come up to standing. Have some water yogis. And we'll do a couple of nice yoga poses here. So what I'd like us to do is downward dog, upward dog, a triangle and a balance. And I'm sure we can get that all in the next 10 minutes. Shake it out, grab some water, make sure you're warm. I'm certainly getting warmer, so take a layer off, grab some water, stay hydrated. And let's start with an upward dog and a downward dog. So let's face our chair. We're going to take our feet together and rest the hands on the chair. The arms want to be strong. Now, as you take your legs back, it really doesn't matter if your knees are bent or straight, okay? Keep the knees bent if you need to. But the arms want to be straight. We load the weight into the palms and each finger. So spread the weight, arms are strong on the chair. Move back as far as you can with the feet together. Bring your ears in alignment with your inner elbows. Relax the head and neck down and gaze towards your upper thighs. That's our point of focus. So whether you're here or here, let the head relax and very much load the weight both into the heels but also into the hands to support and steady you. And take 3 deep breaths in your downward dog. For those that want to make it stronger, you can bring the head further down and push back into the heels for a deeper stretch in the hamstrings. Or a gentler approach would be having soft knees but keeping the arms strong. So this is the gentler approach, and for many that may be enough. Don't worry if your knees are bent. Focus on raising those hips up toward the ceiling. Gaze towards your thighs and enjoy the stretch in the back body. Nice, switched on, deep breathing. We've switched on now. And then slowly, we're going to start to load the weight into the hands. Perhaps we need to step forward slightly. We're going to just dip the spine a little bit for the first one and look up. So you can see I've loaded the weight into the hands. I've walked forwards. Knees can be bent for this. Absolutely fine to keep your knees bent or straight. And I'm looking ahead. I can feel the dip in the spine, lifting a little into the shoulders and breathing. And hold for another deep breath, upward facing dog. And release. Good. Now let's stay here and come in and just try a little bend. We're going to bring the nose to the knee and then straighten the leg and hold. Nose to the knee. My left leg is straight as I take the foot back, not particularly high, and hold. And 3 of those. Breathing in, nose to knee. Take the leg back and hold. Breathing in and then switch sides. So right leg goes down, keeping my arms strong. This time left nose or left knee to nose. Exhale, keep the right leg straight and take the leg back. Inhale, nose to knee.
And take the leg back. Keep the right leg as straight as you can. Nose to knee, which is a nice balance. And leg goes back. Hold. And release. Lovely. Now grab a can, just one. Bring it to rest on the chair if you can. Keep your knees bent and feet apart. And I want you just to do a little workout here. So my left hand strong on the chair. My right arm takes the can up, keep the knees bent just a little higher if it can towards the ceiling, and I come back. Inhale, just take it if you wish to shoulder height if easier, and exhale. All the while the left hand is on the chair. One more, taking it up into a little twist, and back. So there's 3 of those. Can goes back to the chair. It's the right hand now that's loaded into the chair. I hold onto the can with the left hand, knees remain bent. Inhale, take it to shoulder height to the left, come back. Inhale, taking it once more, out, and back. Once more, breathing in, breathing out, and back. We're going to do that once more. So, again, the left hand, but this time with the can, we're going to take it down towards the floor and bring it up. Down towards the floor, and hugging it in. So a little bit of workout here. Keep the knees soft and in. And we do 2 more of those. Keep the elbow close. Look down if you prefer. That's it. So there's 5 of those gently. Can goes back down. Right hand on the floor. We show you this yogis from the other side so it's clear. Knees remain bent. Right hand. And I pull up gently. Looking down to keep the back of the neck long. And 2, keep the knees soft. Okay? And 3. Just using that weight or a loose fist. And 4. And 5. And then place the can down. Relax. And let's just do a little twist here. We're going to inhale to the left. Look towards the left hip. And exhale back. Load the weight into the feet and hands. Inhale, twist to your right, and exhale back. Inhale, twist to the left, keep the knees soft, and back. Inhale, twist to your right, and back. Last time, inhale, twist towards the left, and back, and twist towards the right, and back. And then come forwards a little bit, hold on to the back of the chair, rise up slowly and carefully, step back and relax. So lots of work with our cans today, and we've got 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh, we've got about 6 or so minutes, so we're going to use a can again. So what we'll do is we'll keep the chair facing forwards, just come up, shake it out, roll the shoulders back, take a nice deep breath in and out. And again, if you're really tired, you can skip the next pose, but it's a lovely opening, and we're going to do supported triangle, and then maybe work with the can again. So take your right foot carefully in between your chair leg, leave 1 can on the chair if you're going to use a can. Right foot 90 degrees out, left foot facing forwards. We're not too wide in triangle because this pose is about opening hips and energizing the body. So we don't have to go too wide. We're going to bend that front knee and rest the right hand carefully, very carefully, on the seat of the chair. My right arm is strong. I'm going to bend that right knee slightly, left foot facing forwards, grabbing your can if you wish to. And we're going to very carefully inhale, take it all the way up, exhale down. So the front of my body is open, gripping the can carefully, sweep it up very carefully, just in alignment with the shoulder, sweep it down. You must grip this carefully. 3 of those, breathing in. That's it, raising carefully, breathing out. If that feels comfortable, 2 more. Inhale, raising up. Exhale. Just grip it with care, okay? Once more, carefully sweep it up. It's quite strong. Straighten the front leg and hold for a breath in and out. And release carefully. Place it on that chair. Now, if you didn't want to use a can, you could do all of that movement with a loose fist, okay? Come up gently, relax. Not only are you getting a deep workout, you're also utilizing and energizing and strengthening, firming the arms. Let's take that chair carefully with the can to the other side. And it's now the left foot in between the chair leg, right foot facing forwards, left hand firmly planted into the seat of the chair. And I can bend that front knee a little, make sure it's not coming over the toes. And if I wish to, grab my can or make a loose fist, remember. And we're going to sweep up, that's it, and release. It's very gentle, smooth. Inhale up, grip the can with care, and down, okay? Front leg can be straight or bent. Breathing in, looking forwards, and down. Good. 2 more if you can. Sweeping it up, grip it with care, keep it in alignment with the shoulder, and down. Lovely. Last one. Breathing in. Now we're going to hold this for 1 breath in. Deep breath out. And release. Well done. Put the can down. Come up slowly. And relax. Nicely done, yogis. Okay, we've got about 3 minutes, so shall we try a balance here? That would be nice, wouldn't it? Let's use the back of the chair to turning the chair around so the back is facing you. Grab your can if you'd like to work with it again. If not, a loose fist. Left hand is on the chair, but if you've done the right side, it doesn't matter, we'll do both. And all we're going to do is bend that knee, that right knee, take it out to the side and rest it just on the inner left calf so it comes into tree pose. But then we're going to add the arm again. We're going to come over on the inhale, grip it with care, and exhale, release. Try not to lean into the chair, 5 of those. Breathing in, get a lovely stretch in the side. Breathing out. If you're not using a can, just make a loose fist with the right hand. Inhale, try not to lean into the chair. Perhaps you feel confident to take the hand away. If you don't worry, take it back to the chair. That's what it's there for. Breathing in. That's it. Remind your body it's coming sideways. Keep the right knee open. Lovely. We do 5 of those if you've got the energy. Inhale, last one. Lovely side stretch. And release. Well done. Now carefully, just bring the knee in. Ooh, and relax. Let's try the other side gently. And again, if you're tired, just make a loose fist rather than use a can, remember. Absolutely fine. So this time, opposite hand holding onto the chair. I bend the left knee, take it out, and the sole of the foot just below the knee joint, making sure I'm not pushing into the knee. And left knee nice and open. And then we can go. We can inhale, grip the can with care, come into a side bend. Exhale with care. Good. 5 of those. Breathing in. Again, just lightly touch the chair. Try not to lean into the chair. The inside leg is strong and straight. Breathing in as we come into the lovely bend. Breathing out. Now that's 3. Try 2 more if you can comfortably, with or without the can. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. This is the last one, yogis. Last balance. Inhale. And exhale carefully. Well done. And again, just bring the knee in, straighten, relax, put that down. Shake it out, yogis. Well done. Just have a little shake out, roll the shoulders. Let's come to sitting. We have already run out of time. I think that was a nice hour of just different work, perhaps working a little more intensely with parts of the body. But as you sit, just roll the shoulders back again and forwards and shake the body out. Notice if you feel warmer, more energized, and less tight and stiff than when you started. Take a deep breath in with me, sit tall, sigh the breath away. And again, inhale. Lovely. Let's make that little basket again. Left hand underneath, right palm on top, thumbs together. The gesture of openness and springtime and Easter and contemplation. And just close the eyes and join me in taking just 3 slow breaths. Give yourself, your body, your breath time to rest now. It's worked hard. Time to reap the benefits of your chair yoga. And just notice physically how you now feel. Hopefully warmer,
more energized and stretched. But just notice all and any sensations as you just let your body rest and your breath return to normal. Breathing in fresh energy. Breathing out what's old and used up. Breathing in and gently breathing out. And again, just exploring how you now feel and comparing that without judgment to how you felt at the beginning of the practice and to how you now feel. Breathing in softly, breathing out deeply. And when you're ready, let's open the eyes if they were closed. Nice deep breath in as we gather all the energies, and exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Om Shanti Yogis, well done, go well, have a lovely Easter, and I'll see you again.